Welcome to the East Coast, the eastern coastline of North America. A familiar sight, maybe, but look closer. Beyond those churning waves and sandy shores, there's a whole lot of grit and beauty to uncover. Are you ready to discover the top 15 vacation spots in the eastern half of North America? From bustling cities to serene landscapes, join us as we explore each destination's unique charm and offerings. Let's ditch the well-worn path, find some honest food, and get a little lost, shall we? First up, we hit the pavement in the city that never sleeps, New York. A concrete jungle, sure, but beneath that gruff exterior beats a heart of ambition, art, and some of the best damn food in the world. Whether you're flying in, taking the train, or even braving a cross-country road trip, getting here is half the adventure. But once you're here, get ready to walk. This city is best explored on foot, ducking into dimly lit jazz bars, stumbling upon hole-in-the-wall eateries, and feeling the pulse of a city that never stops moving. North of the border now, and let me tell you, Montreal is a city that knows how to live. European elegance meets North American cool, all without emptying your wallet. The food? Don't even get me started. French cuisine at its finest, but with a certain je ne sais quoi. Think buttery croissants, steaming bowls of poutine, and enough wine to satisfy even the most discerning palate. This is a city for long walks, deep conversations, and indulging in life's simple pleasures. So you think you know America, huh? You've strolled down Broadway, scarfed a cheesesteak in Philly, maybe even braved the insanity of Times Square. But have you wandered the halls of power, felt the weight of history in every marble column and bronze statue? DC ain't just about politics, though. Yeah, you got your monuments and museums, your stuffy receptions and power lunches. But dig a little deeper and you'll find a city brimming with life, a melting pot of cultures, cuisines, and characters as diverse as the nation it represents. Come on, let's ditch the tour bus and discover the real DC, one plate of Ethiopian food, one jazz bar, one hidden away neighborhood at a time. Boston, a town where history whispers from cobblestone streets and the ghosts of revolutionaries still linger in the salty air. Yeah, you got your Harvard and your MIT, your fancy clam chowder and your fanatic Red Sox fans. But beyond the tourist traps and the well-worn Freedom Trail, there's a grittier, more authentic Boston waiting to be discovered. Think dive bars with salty old fishermen, back alley bakeries with the best cannoli this side of Sicily, and neighborhoods where the accents are thick and the stories even thicker. We're gonna ditch the Faneuil Hall crowds and find the soul of this city. One pint of Guinness, one lobster roll, one conversation with a local at a time. Charleston, a city where time seems to move a little slower, where the scent of magnolia blossoms hangs heavy in the air and the past is always present. This ain't just some genteel Southern belle content with sipping sweet tea on a porch swing. Charleston's got a story to tell, a tapestry woven from beauty, resilience, and a whole lot of complicated history. We're talking Gullah Geechee cuisine, cobblestone streets echoing with the footsteps of slaves and slaveholders alike, and a vibrant art scene infused with the rhythms of the South. Let's wander past the pastel-colored facades and discover the heart of Charleston. One shrimp and grits, one ghost story, one conversation about the past and present at a time. Chapter 6. Quebec City, a taste of Europe in North America. Quebec City. The name alone conjures images of cobblestone streets and cafes that wouldn't be out of place in Paris. A city where the past isn't just preserved, it's alive. You can practically taste it in the air, a strange brew of history and modernity. Walk these streets and you'll hear echoes of empires, of battles fought and won. But don't let the old world charm fool you. This city's got a pulse, a vibrant undercurrent that thrums beneath the surface.
Chapter 7. Savannah, where history hangs heavy. Savannah, Georgia. A city dripping in Spanish moss and secrets, where the ghosts of the past linger on every corner. You can practically feel the weight of history here, in the grand mansions and the cobblestone squares. But Savannah's not stuck in the past. There's an energy here, a creative spirit that thrums beneath the surface. From the art galleries on River Street to the funky shops in City Market, Savannah's got soul.
Chapter 8. Toronto, a city that eats the world. Toronto, a sprawling metropolis on the shores of Lake Ontario, a city that feels like the center of the universe. And maybe it is, at least in terms of food. You want it? Toronto's got it. Ethiopian injera? Check. Korean barbecue? Check. The freshest sushi this side of Tokyo? You better believe it. Toronto's a city that embraces its multiculturalism, and nowhere is that more evident than on your plate.
Chapter 9. The Outer Banks, a place where the wind whispers tales of shipwrecks and pirates. This ain't your typical resort town. It's raw, it's real, and it's got a spine of sand that stretches for miles. The kind of place where you can wander for hours, feet sinking into the shore, and feel like you're the only soul on earth. Well, except for the wild horses, descendants of Spanish Mustangs. They run free here, manes whipping in the salty air.
Chapter 10. Forget your cheesy souvenir shops and rain slickers. We're talking about a raw, untamed force of nature here. Millions of gallons of water thundering over the precipice every second. It's enough to humble anyone, to make you feel small and insignificant in the face of nature's power. But this isn't just about gazing in awe. You can get up close and personal, feel the spray on your face, maybe even take a boat ride right into the heart of the beast. Chapter 11, forget the Liberty Bell. Philly's got a pulse that goes beyond the historical. This is a city that's scrappy, that's seen it all and come out swinging. Yeah, you got your cheesesteaks dripping with Cheese Whiz, a heart attack on a hoagie roll, but you'll also find some of the best darn food in the country tucked away in unassuming corners. Walk the cobblestone streets, feel the weight of history, but don't forget to look up to see the murals, the art, the soul of a city that's constantly reinventing itself. You can smell the sea before you even see it. Halifax, a city soaked in salt air, history, and good, honest-to-God seafood. This ain't your grandma's cruise ship stop. This is a working harbor with a heart as big as the Atlantic. You can find a dive bar with fiddle music blaring, or a five-star meal with oysters fresher than anything you've ever tasted. Explore the waterfront, haunted by the ghosts of sailors and fishermen, or lose yourself in the pubs, where the stories are as tall as the masts of the Blue Nose. Halifax is the kind of place that gets under your skin, a city that breathes life into your soul.
Forget your fancy cocktails and Michelin stars. In Asheville, it's all about craft breweries, farm-to-table fare, and the kind of down-home cooking that sticks to your ribs. This is a town where artists and musicians rub shoulders with hikers and hippies, all drawn to the Blue Ridge Mountains and the creative energy that hums in the air. You can spend your days gallery hopping, hiking to breathtaking vistas, or sampling the local brews. Come nightfall, catch a bluegrass band or lose yourself in the smoky haze of a late-night jam session. Asheville is a reminder that the best things in life are handcrafted, a place where the soul of the mountains meets the spirit of the people.
Ottawa. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Government buildings, stuffy politicians, bad coffee, but stick with me, kids. This town, nestled on the Ottawa River, has a pulse beneath the starched collars. Sure, you got your Parliament Hill, your Rideau Canal, all that history whispering in your ear. But dig a little deeper. Ottawa's got a soul hidden in plain sight, dive bars with live music that'll blow your eardrums out, art crawling out of the woodwork, and food, oh boy, food that'll make you want to slap your mama, in a good way, of course. Let's ditch the mainland and head south, way south. We're talking about the Florida Keys, a string of islands dangling off the tip of Florida like a string of pearls, if pearls were soaked in rum and sunshine. This ain't your grandma's retirement home, though she might be here. cocktail in hand. You got turquoise waters teeming with life, sunsets that'll melt your cynicism, and enough laid-back vibes to soothe even the most tightly wound city slicker. Just remember, what happens in the Keys stays in the Keys. So there you have it, folks. 15 incredible destinations, each with its own flavor, its own rhythm, its own story to tell. Which of these fabulous destinations will you visit first? Pack your bags and let the adventure begin. And hey, if you dug this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more travel goodness, and hit me with your burning travel questions in the comments. Until next time, eat well, travel often, and stay curious.